you get into your book a little bit with respect to sort of the selfishness component of free soloing. And I mentioned that I've been on climbs and I've had people pass me and they're free soloing, or I've been maybe finished with a climb and somebody starts free soloing. And my personal reaction is to get the hell out of there. Because we don't want to be here when he falls, it's like, or I'm on the climb and somebody passes me and above me and it's like, shit, I don't want to see you fall past me. I also have a similar reaction, like when motorcyclists go between me and the other vehicles and are going in and out. And I'm like, if you smash yourself on my car, I'm going to feel really bad for you for one thing, but you're going to fuck up my day really bad. And you'll probably fuck me up for a long time because of your actions, Oh. So I'm going to have fucking nightmares because of you and your selfish free soloing, So that's sort of my reaction to it. So.
Well, that's like a moral and ethical question that comes up. Like, should free soloists solo around other people, above other people? And some just think, yeah, it's fine if I ask permission to pass someone on a route and they say yes, it's fine. And there was the one climber. He was climbing on what is it, Nutcracker Suite in Yosemite. And he passed a couple climbers halfway up and asked for permission to go on and went on above. And when he got up to the roof section, he slipped and fell and landed on the ledge next to one of the climbers that he'd passed.
I remember that.
And I just when I asked him about it, it's like, how did you land on the ledge? What did you do? Because you were looking at a 200+ foot fall right there. And he just said he just tried to maintain as much contact with the rock. And, he got the rock rash, riding it down and landed on the ledge and suffered some pretty serious injuries. But he said all the way down, he was trying not to hit the climber on the ledge. And he realized afterwards that he was in the wrong. He should not have been soloing above anybody else because he was putting them in danger as well. Mm-hmm. Not to mention, then they had to call for a rescue. Other people had to respond. So it was a bad situation. He was really lucky that he survived, and he seems to be recovering well.
I think anyone who's community orientated and cares for others in the climbing community, I don't think it's appropriate to solo around people who are en route. You wait for a climbing party to climb before you start the pitch. They got to be beyond the next pitch. Yes, you get frustrated when they're slower, the party ahead of you is slower, and you end up, catching up and getting sunburn on the ledge waiting. But, when you can avoid that as a soloist, he or she should make a decision not to go or to choose another route. I don't think it's appropriate. In a safety and an ethical way for them to do that.
I never went up on a route when there were other people up there, or when I knew there were other people up there. But there were a couple of times where I was surprised to find people up there. And I asked for permission to climb through, and they said, okay. If they'd said,
I would let somebody climb through, because it'd be like, well, what are you going to do? Just stand there and wait and get pumped?
Well, yeah, the options at that point were climb down, right, do a more difficult variation if I chose to do that was off to the side, so I wouldn't fall on them, or wait. Those are the options, and those are the real options.
I always used to leave a note at home with my mum or with a girlfriend, just so they knew where I was. I wouldn't actually say I was soloing if I was soloing, or high bouldering, whatever I was doing. But I'd always let people know also where I was, and when I'd be home. So if something did happen to me, they wouldn't be always thinking, oh, where is he or what happened? But like I said, I think that was a safe sign, isn't it, that you were actually thinking of others It's not all about you. It's not a selfish thing. Other people are in your mind as you go about this. And I think having other people in your life too, it helps you be careful. I'm really curious. What does Alex feel with his child now? Does he make those sort of similar decisions in his head? What will I do today? What sort of climb will I solo, knowing that my kid needs me, to play with him tonight and to help him learn to drive in the future and to be his dad for always. Does that change the way that he goes about his soloing? I hope it does. I hope he thinks about those things. But I know I did, and those little decisions are, I think, a sign of sanity that that you're grounded, even though you want to fly.